Once again, coming at you. Derek Diablo, Double Diablo, American Hooligan, Diablo TV. Like, subscribe, do things supposed to do, Playboy. And lots of people ask me about my history, because most people that's following this channel is from UK. And they follow me from 2018 after I had done the Millwall video, which went viral and set the entire football hooligan world on fire and caused a resurgence in football hooligan. People say that I saved the casuals culture. It would have been dead without me. There wouldn't be any casuals anymore were it not for me. Now then, going into my gang history and talking about South Florida gang history, you understand, which ain't been documented yet. You understand? You know about California, New York, Chicago. You know about all these other gang histories, but you don't know about the South Florida gang history. You know stuff that happened after South Beach got populated. When I was a kid, there was nothing in South Beach. Strictly gangs, everything. The whole Lincoln Road mall was empty. So we were the ones who started it. Cameo Theater. By starting punk and skinhead stuff, Cameo Theater, then that turned to Disco Inferno, and then hip-hop started coming. So there was no South Beach nightlife when I was a kid. Just strictly gangbanging. There was Luke's Powerhouse, there was a kitchen club, and a Cameo Theater, and there's a couple of other places. Bomb. So now, let's take it back to 1992. Summer 1992. You feel me? I'm 18 at the time. Zulu Chapter 3 and Fort Lauderdale skinheads, you dig? And I grew up in a war on every front. People don't know yet I've been playing a comical character, because with my real history, I didn't get as known as I wanted to get. Because people are going to hate on it, and people who've been defeated by us, and people who've I've come out on top against, ain't gonna try to glorify me, you feel me? So I had to get the comedy angle to get more exposure, get the Vice documentary, get the Tommy Robinson podcast, bam, bam, bam. 1992. C.B. Smith Park, Pembroke Pines. Gang riot, gang battle. MTV and Power 96. They threw this concert in C.B. Smith Park in Pembroke Pines. So then I was from Pembroke Pines, part of West Hollywood, Broward, South Broward, you dig? I'm in the Fort Lauderdale gang because I could move around. I would go to Dade County, I'll go West Palm. I was fighting and gangbanging everywhere. First against Nazi skinheads, then against Broward gangs, against Dade gangs and other gangs. Zulu Chapter 3, you feel me? Everywhere I go, I'll have enemies of Nazi skinheads, of KKK, of other gang members. And besides that, we go around starting fights for no reason and going out with the purpose of looking for a fight. You feel me? That would be the purpose of going out. We go to Hollywood Beach, me and a couple other lads, our idea would be getting a fight. You get a bunch of fights. And then you go to these concerts, you go to these mosh type of concerts that I go to, and you get in 10, 20 fights. You be jumping people, fighting, getting jumped. So people ask me how many fights, people want to know how many fights I've been in. I've been in thousands of street fights, over 1,000. You're getting more than 10 in one concert. Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza. Ice Cube, feel me? Ice Cube, one guy on the side of the stage with an AK, other on the side of the full with a AR-15. You feel me? Ice Cube rapping. Miami Bayside. You get it. Warped Tour, all these kind of big concerts. Like, there's a whole bunch of ordinary people there. Body Count with Ice-T and Hallandale. People have no idea. It ain't portrayed yet. South Florida people are crazy. People say that we start fights for no reason. That's how I grew up. It's just normal. So then there's 1992. There's no documentation out there in any other videos that I've seen. So all you lads, all you boys, all you gangsters that was involved, or anybody that was there, anybody that knows about it, what about MTV? Don't they got footage of it? They must have footage of it. Power 96 don't exist no more. But MTV was involved. They must got footage of this. It was one of the greatest gang battles, gang war, fighting. No guns were involved. There's cops. But anyway, one of the greatest gang battles of all time. Hours and hours and hours and hours. So, bomb. I go there with Zulu, with Chapter 3. We must have 20 or 30 carloads, and what Zulu would do back in those days, you feel me? Everybody put their hazard lights on. So we driving. This got to be, whatever time it is, noon, 2 p.m., early in the day. More and more cars, more and more boys. Bomb. By the time we get there, 20, 30 carloads, we get into CB Smith Park, the area that you're supposed to park in, it wasn't organized at all. It was grass and dirt. There was no particular place to park. Once we get there, it's already chaotic. It's already chaotic. Ain't no concert started or nothing. I don't know what bands played, if any bands played, or if it was just a straight riot from the beginning. By the time I get there, feel me, we got there, like I said, 20, 30 carloads, Zulu. And then we got chapter 7 with us. Then chapter 6 was there, but we wasn't with them. They're Hollywood. And then once we get there, baby, as soon as we parked, shit started popping off. Because there's gangs from Dade, Broward. I don't know how many Palm Beach gangs were there because I wasn't fucking with the Palm Beach gang scene yet. My man Dennis Durag Posse, LTP Latin Thing Posse. I was going there fighting those gangs as well with Durag. You feel me? I was going around everywhere in South Florida, the Tri-County area, fighting gangs, looking for Nazi skinheads, fighting ordinary people, jocks, any other type of people who wasn't down with skinheads and wasn't down with our thing. You feel me? So basically, once I get there, it starts, and then Zulu. Basically, it was Broward versus Dade, and these Dade people, the Miami people, thought that there was always a constant conflict of Miami and Dade. You'd go into Dade County on 95, they say cowards from Broward get sprayed in Dade. So immediately, as I go, anytime as I cross Dade County line, which I would do all the time, to go looking for them, go fighting for fun, everybody was against me, and you could tell that I wasn't from Dade. I look like a Zulu. I look like Broward. You feel me? So basically, and I want to see. I'm gonna put up one. I found one article. You know, I'm gonna link it in the comments. I'd like to hear you boys from whatever gang you representing. Put it in the comments. Let's see what we can find. There must be footage of this. And I think it was hours and hours and hours, an entire day of gang fighting and brawling. Because I got there, and then once it started popping off, I don't know even know what gang it was we were fighting. It was definitely there from Miami. And baby, once we started fighting as Zulus with them, and then fights were breaking out everywhere. People really didn't know who was who. After about an hour or so of this, I lost all my friends. I didn't know where any of my guys were. People were fighting everywhere. Thousands of people are everywhere. This is a massive concert, outdoors, like a festival, like any other festival they have these days. Except there's group packs, and there's no cell phones. This is 1992. And to conclude it, basically, the thing about it is people know I'm a martial arts man my whole life, and my family had martial arts school. And then if you're a martial arts instructor and you got a school, you won't have police. So the police knew me, and I would get arrested and get in trouble. And sometimes it benefited me because the Pembroke Pines police, you know, I had a family member in common or a friend of the family, so to speak. So the Pembroke Pines police already knew me as a gang member in that area, as a skinhead and as a Zulu. And then there was one particular officer who knew this family friend of mine, so to speak. And as all this stuff's happened, I'm lost from my guys. You know, I walk up on them. I seen them over there. You know, now I'm walking around. There's fights happening everywhere, but I'm lost from my guys. And then I see this one copper, you know, and I said, oh, what's up, homie? Like I tell him, and he look at me all shook. Then he recognized who it is. He goes, oh man. He says, I need your help, come on. And this geezer grabbed me. He grabbed me to go fight on behalf of the police against some gang. I don't even know what it was. It was Dade. They were definitely Dade County. You feel me? And he brought me, and I saw some cops fighting up against a bunch of gang members, and we went in there. And I just knew that, okay, well, everybody on this side, this is the side I happen to be fighting on right now. And the other side is obviously all the gang members, who was all Dade County boys, I could tell. Because there wasn't nobody I recognized, and they dressed different than we dressed, and they looked different than we dressed, and they're all primarily all Latino gangs. Whereas Broward gangs was all like mixed gangs. That was Latino, black, and white, you feel me? So basically, now I started working with the cops, which is not unusual, because I do bouncing security, head security, violent mosh pit security. If you work in bouncing, you have to work alongside the police. You beat people up, and you turn them over to the police, and you let them do whatever they want. Then they beat them up. It's a rough area to live. It's a rough, I don't know about now, I'm 50 years old. I ain't out there doing that sort of stuff, but bomb. 1992, Power 96, MTV riot, gang warfare, all day long. And I was in there, I got a free pass to beat people up, and they're other gang members. And it wasn't none of my guys. My guys must have, I don't know where they've been, they must have left. But before the dust cleared, the police, and they had to call in other organizations of police, they obviously got it under control and arrested people, beat people up, did what they did. And at the end of the day, I didn't have to leave. I didn't have to leave. I stayed till the end of it because I was affiliated with the police a little bit. I was fighting on their behalf, helping them. And it sounds funny to say it in these days. And I didn't go around never bragging about that part of it in the past, you know. Go figure. But once the whole thing was over, I just kept hanging around. And then as I was walking up, because across the street is Flamingo Villas, where I hang out. That friends that live there, not from Zulu, just local Pembroke Pines friends. So while I'm hanging around, I don't have a car. I'm hanging around, Anyway, so I started walking. I'm walking out, and I go by the water slides, and then I seen some homies I knew that they had parked there, and they're gang members. You feel me? They're Zulus, but I ain't gonna say which chapter. But I ended up sitting there, and they were like posted up in the water slides. But then the fact that I was with them, the police were roving the park. Now we're posted up. They gave me a Cisco, or orange Cisco, something like Chief and blunts and everything like that. And I stood like this. And then as the police were passing by, they would see that it was that these guys were with me. And we hung out like that, and it was a bit weird. But then them dudes left. I kept walking around. The park closed. I walked across the street to Flamingo Villas. It was a fun day. It was a good day. I didn't get arrested. Didn't get hurt. Gotten hours and hours of gang combat. Hope to put it in the movie about my life one day.